First of all, I don't want you guys to think that I'm a hoe, but this is kind of a hoe story. What's up YouTube, it's Roderic Martez back again with another video. Before we even get into this, let me just start by saying I recorded this video yesterday, but it just didn't come out right. So, with that being said, thank you so much for getting me to 8K subscribers. I really appreciate it. I also just got monetized. So if you guys don't know what that means that your boy's about to start getting paid. So, and if you guys are wondering why I look like this and why I look like babyface Rod, it's because I shaved off a little bit of my mustache and then I ended up shaving off too much. So I shaved off all of this and just had to cut the whole thing. Then I shaved down my beard because, you know, I wasn't about to walk around with a beard and no mustache because it looks stupid. So I just said I'm gonna look like I'm 12. I just wanted to do a video today. It's the first day of December and I basically wanted to give you guys an updated question and answer video. So the first one that I did was when I first started my channel. I don't really remember when I posted it, but my views have changed a little bit and I should be able to answer the questions differently, and you guys have kind of given me more questions to answer from, so let's get into it. So a few weeks ago I posted on my community tab and I said, let me see who has questions for me, because you know, I just wanted to see what the girls were asking. But there were a lot of questions. There were probably about 15 or 16 of them, so let's get into those. I'm gonna say everybody's name and I'm gonna put the question right here just so you know it's real, because all of my shit is real. All of my shit is real. First we have Oscar Grammy. Do you want to be intimate with Mar and do you like him? I feel like after that video a lot of people have their assumptions, but I'm gonna go ahead and table that. We're gonna ask him. So yeah, let's see what's next. Okay, so this subscriber, I'm really appreciative that you asked a lot of questions. It's probably about, it looks like it's about 10 questions, so I'm just gonna go ahead and ask them all. But Blue One asks this, what have you learned about relationships? I wish that I knew that everybody's not ready to be in a relationship, and you don't have to be in a relationship. Your life is not incomplete without being connected to somebody. You don't need that. And I think that it's really important that you know whether or not you're mature enough to be in a relationship, because it takes maturity, it takes time, and it's not going to happen overnight. I think what people need to stop doing is idolizing relationships, and people need to literally stop looking for it, because if you're looking for it, it's never going to happen and it's not going to be healthy. What's one thing you wish you knew before you came out? I wish that a younger version of myself knew that I was always that nigga and I was always gonna be that nigga, and I wish that I knew that nobody gave a fuck. Like, I mean, there's people who cared, but nobody really said anything to me. And if they did, I read them down. Like, nobody was gonna tell me anything. I'm very articulate and I'm very outspoken, so, you know, I shouldn't have really cared what people thought, because at the end of the day, my mom didn't care. And that's really the only person that matters. What's one thing that you'd tell your 13, 14-year-old self? Stop watching TV and focus on your schoolwork. Because I just want to, like, I look at like younger versions of myself and I realize that I made so many mistakes when it came to school. Like, I was just focusing on the wrong things, and I get that everybody needs to grow, but if I really focused, like, I would be like that one. I would be the valedictorian, because I'm actually very smart. Like, I'm a Gemini. I have ADHD. I'm always doing something that I'm not supposed to be doing, so there's that. Dream city to live in. This might sound a little bit like I'm contradicting myself, but as of right now, I don't like the city of New York because I don't have money. And I wouldn't want to live there because it's so fast-paced. But if we're talking about my dream city, this is a dream, right? So I would be a millionaire, or a billionaire, better put. And I would be able to live in the penthouse that I wanted, and I'd be able to support the lavish lifestyle that I would want to have. So at that point, I want to live in New York, and that would be my dream. Would you rather sneeze marbles or fart confetti? Let me say that again. Would you rather sneeze marbles or fart confetti? I'm gonna have to go ahead and say I would rather fart confetti. Just because Sneezing marble seems like it would hurt. Like, I don't know how rocks flying through my face wouldn't hurt, but farting confetti, it's like a magical fart. And confetti doesn't really stink, so yeah, I'd rather fart confetti. What is my type of guy? I really just want somebody that is as ambitious as me and that's not intimidated by the type of person that I am. I think a lot of times when I get into relationships or I talk to people, they're just not on my level when it comes to what I want out of my life. And as far as like what I want out of a man and them per se, I don't really care about type. I mean, like what you look like. I mean, of course I have to be attracted to you. If I don't see myself sexually with you, then I'm not going to like entertain it. But you know, I'm not really discriminatory, or I don't have like hang-ups on skin tone. I'm not talking to anybody that's shorter than 5'8". I'm just not. I'm 6'4". I'm not about to break my back trying to kiss you. And that's just that. We can be friends, bro, but no. Would you ever date Wavy Mar? Ask him. Celebrity crush. I would have to say, I know this may sound cliche, but Drake. Yeah. Would you ever date a DL guy? Absolutely not. I have nothing against DL guys. I was DL for 5 years, but as far as dating, I don't have the time or the patience for that, and I didn't come out so I could be in the closet once again. I'm just not doing it. Smash, pass, or marry? Idris Elba, Michael B. Jordan, and Trice from the show Insecure. I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna pass Trice just because I don't know who it is, and hopefully he's not this really attractive guy. I mean, I don't really see how you can get more attractive than Michael B. Jordan. And with that being said, I'm sure that you guys can tell that I would probably marry Michael B. Jordan and I would just smash Idris Elba. That would be a great story to tell. Think about everybody's mama who want to smash Idris. If I bagged that nigga and decided I wanted to tell somebody about it, it'll be all over the blogs. It's definitely a good story to tell. Kiss, diss, or marry Trump, Kanye, and Flavor Flav. I'm definitely... This is pretty difficult. Please don't take me serious, guys. Please don't take me serious. But I would definitely diss Flavor Flav. I would probably kiss Kanye. And I would marry Trump. And I say marry Trump because Trump has that bag. And even though I'm not a fan of Trump at all, like at all, whether we like to believe it or not, that man is an influential motherfucker. Thanks, Blue One. I think that's all your questions. So Redbone said, I know it's tacky, but do you prefer the top or bottom? I'm verse. Sean Trice said, what's your major? And what are you into specifically as far as your interests and things that you haven't mentioned in any of your previous videos? So my major is digital marketing and I go to the University of Michigan. Some things that I haven't really talked about in previous videos would be the fact that I want to use digital marketing to go into the entertainment industry, and I want to work with major entertainers. Eventually I want to own my own record label, and that's like the end goal. So I'm going to use my degree in digital marketing, and then I'm hopefully getting a corporation to pay for my master's. And yeah, I want to work with entertainers, and I want to break into the entertainment industry, and I want to own a record label. And that's just my goals. Darius Coleman says, first of all, I don't know how Darius Coleman looks, but he's under all my videos and I really, really, really appreciate his support. He said, ooh, I got one. Why are you so fine? I'd have to say I'm fine because of my mom. She's literally the baddest, and that's just period. And if you guys have seen her, you know that's true. Where do you think I get it from? Crown My TG said, what are some things you wish you knew when you started YouTube? And what are some things you would like to let other first-time starters know? Also, what was the hardest part when you started YouTube? So some things I wish that I knew before I started my channel was that you don't need all of the most expensive equipment. You really don't need anything besides your phone, and you don't need a laptop to edit. I just do that because I have all of those things. I definitely went out and bought this $600 camera for the quality, but I'm just a perfectionist. You really don't need that. I have an iPhone 11 Pro and the camera works just fine. It focuses and all of that. One thing I will let other starters know is that you just have to really be consistent when it comes to YouTube. If you're not consistent, you're not going to build a fan base. If you don't build a fan base, nobody's watching your videos. And if nobody's watching your videos, you're not getting any views. If you don't get any views, you're not getting any money. And I know it's not all about the money, but YouTube is a way to build your brand and get somewhere. And that's basically what I'm using it for. I'm using YouTube to build my brand and become the person that I want to be. And it's going to become a part of me and a part of my brand on social media. And seeing as I'm going into digital marketing, having a thriving YouTube channel is great for me. So yeah, that's why I do it. What was the hardest part when you started when I started my channel? So the hardest part for me was basically just really being consistent. As you guys know, I'm in college, so that's a big thing. I work full time, so YouTube, it kind of came pretty last when it came to my priorities, but now it's becoming to get up there because I see the potential in my channel. I'm seeing potential within myself, and then I'm also starting to kind of like this whole filming and sitting in front of the camera talking to you guys, and then editing the videos. That's like the best part. Editing is so fun. Next question. So Eric S says, would you ever consider having a sugar daddy? Absolutely. DM me, okay? Next question. EUSBS says, do you still consider yourself as bi or is it just gay? So, some of you guys may look at me and say like, oh, you're gay or whatever, but no, I definitely consider myself bisexual. I have a bi flag over there. I'm not gonna like turn the camera or anything because it's on a tripod, but I definitely consider myself bisexual. I think I'm in a boy phase right now just because I never really got to explore men. So yeah, and I think that it's somebody like should say this, but even if I'm attracted to guys 90% of the time and girls 10% of the time, because I'm still sexually attracted to a woman, that means that I'm still bisexual. And just because I end up with a man or a woman doesn't mean that I'm straight, gay, or bi. It means that I like what the fuck I like, and people should stop questioning that. So when somebody tells you that they're bi, don't say, oh, because you act a certain way, you're gay. No, bitch. What I said is what I am. And that's that. Carl Davis says, are you dating anybody? My interpretation of this question when you ask somebody that is, are you single? And yes, I'm very much single. And if you would like to know, yes, I am entertaining people. That's how I'm gonna word that. I'm entertaining people, and I'm entertaining the idea of getting to know people. Am I dating particularly? No, I'm not. Nigel Lou said, what made you start up your YouTube channel? So, I started my YouTube channel just because I wanted to build my personal brand, and I also wanted to be a role model for people who were like me, because I know that YouTube is this platform that you can literally reach anybody in the world. I never really had anybody to look up to when it came to being myself. I just kind of had to do it. So being that influence for somebody or being that role model for somebody was really big for me. I want to show people that you can do all of this while doing everything. I'm literally in one of the most prestigious fraternities known to man, Alpha Phi Alpha. I'm in college, I'm black, my dad is in prison, I've defied stereotypes, and I'm a bisexual man. A bisexual black man. So I wanted to be an example for people to let them know that it's okay, everything is okay, and you are perfect just the way you are. And just because you are the way you are does not mean anything negative towards you or your goals or your future aspirations. You can be whatever you want to be. And I just want to show people that. Next question. T Black says, when will you release your CD? Your voice and talent is amazing. First of all, thank you so much. To be honest, I really didn't even know I could sing until I was like 18. It was my freshman year at college, and I was just singing in one of the lounges, and people literally like surrounded me. I was literally singing Ordinary People by John Legend, and I guess everybody really liked it. So yeah, when will I release my CD? I absolutely have no idea. I do want to release a body of work though, probably like an EP. And I really need to start working on it. I don't know, I think I keep on pushing it back because I have school and I'm always doing something like internships and everything. But if I put it into like a priority, I would want to have it together like by my birthday, which is June 8th. I'll be 23. And I think that would be like the best birthday present to myself. But yeah, I do want to release more music soon. If you guys don't know, I have a song on iTunes with my bro Quari Banks. It's called Poison. It's really a good song, and I'm gonna link it in the description box below. If you guys know my old what is it called? My old intro video actually had a snippet from Poison of me singing. So if you guys want to check out any of my old videos, that's me. And check out the description box. I'm just going to post the Apple Music link. It's also on YouTube. You guys can check that out as well. Next question. Joshua Malik says, best sexual experience. Well, first of all, I don't want you guys to think that I'm a hoe, but this is kind of a hoe story. So I was in New York, and I was at a hotel that I had a room at, and I ran into somebody that I knew through social media on the elevator. And basically we both didn't have shit to do, and we just started hanging out with each other, and we started drinking wine, and one thing led to another, and voila, the best sexual experience of my life. So yeah. Next question. L Boogie says, what am I majoring in college? So I just said earlier that I'm majoring in digital marketing at the University of Michigan Dearborn. And just to go a little bit further into that, the digital marketing program is in the College of Business, which means that I'll be getting a bachelor's in business administration. And I don't really have a minor or a concentration for that matter, but yeah, digital marketing is it. Dwayne J. Kent says, what is your overall goal with YouTube? My goal with YouTube is really just to inspire. That would be number one, and then number two is build my brand. I just want to become better, and I want to like document that, and I want people to see it, and I want people to see where I came from and where I'm at and where I'm going and where I'm going. Next question. Gemini Star says, where do you see yourself in 5 years? First of all, I definitely don't see myself in Michigan. I absolutely hate it here. I want to go to Atlanta. Atlanta is like the next city that I see myself living in, and then after that is LA. But the reason being is because Atlanta is like Black Hollywood. So as far as like my career goes, Atlanta is like the place to be for Black people, and I love that. Like, I love my people, and I'm not opposed to like white people or anything or diversity, but I definitely want to build a name within my community before I go out to do it with somebody else. I'll be working for a corporation. I'll be either getting my master's or have already gotten it, and I'll be building connections with entertainers to strengthen my career. Next question. So Brianna Vivo says, do you see yourself and Mar dating? Do you like him, and do you want to be in a relationship with him? Yeah. I'm gonna let you guys ask him because everybody wants to know about that, but we're gonna be making a video very soon, and that's all I have to say about that. I'm also not too happy that he pranked me like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna get him back. And that's just that. So, I think all the questions are done. All of these questions are done, and I'm probably gonna post this video like within 2 hours after I like finish. But again, thank you for letting me hit 8K subscribers. That's really big. Thank you for getting me monetized, and thank you for being supportive. Please comment what you think below. Please comment if you have any video idea suggestions. Comment if you just want to talk to me. I'll promise I'll respond. Just like put a question mark or something, like a call to action, so I know like, oh, he wants to talk, because I definitely want to engage with you guys. Yeah, and you guys couldn't be any better subscribers because I love you. But yeah, thank you so much for, yeah, just thank you so much. I just can't take it. With that being said, this video is over. Peace be unto you. Oh my God. Peace be unto you guys. Bye.